If you just try to be pampered, and if you're trying to be soft, and if you're trying to be the victim and all stuff, you're not going to go anywhere. We need to get stronger.
The thing about transformation is you have to do it. You've got to put in the work when nobody cares. You know, nobody cared if I practiced. Nobody cared if I worked out. If you want to transform, you have to do the work if nobody cares. There's only one person who has to care, and that's you.
What's the least amount of sleep you played a game on?
0 sleep. It's like, kids, Natalia had a certain, health situation or what have you, and you're staying up all night, and then you got to go out and perform because fans don't know, teammates don't know, nor do they care, nor should they, that you've been up all night. You got to perform, right? And so you just got to go to work, man.
That's respect.
That's
respect.
So why? You just sit back and you wait for somebody to pat you on the shoulder and say it's okay? At least you gave it your best. Your best ain't good enough. Your best don't work. You need to go beyond your best. You need to go beyond the level. You need to let the world know that you exist. You need to let the world know that you made different. You're built different. You're stronger. You're more passionate. You believe in yourself. When the rest of the world shut you down, you woke up the next day and you said, I got this. I do this. I breathe this. I am this. You can't stop me for who I am, what I am, who I am, and what I stand for. You don't belong in this world. You don't belong in my world of life. You don't belong in my world of person. You don't belong in my world of passion. You don't belong in my world of strength. You know why? Because you ain't strong enough. You're not willing enough. You're not passionate enough. And you know why I'm so passionate? Because the rest of the world don't understand my passion. The other world don't want my passion. They think my passion is too much. I'm going to give you a little bit more. You know why? Because passion is what makes me who I am today.
I think you're stronger than that. And I think you're capable of much, much more. So bring it out. Bring it out every single day that you live on this earth. Bring it out every single day that you open your eyes. Bring it out every single day. Bring out the best version of yourself, my friend, because we still have work to do.
See the pain as an opportunity. You gave me an opportunity to reinvent myself. You gave me an opportunity to come out of my grave that you put me in. You left me for dead. I'm coming out alive. I'm coming out kicking. I'm coming out swinging. You left me and thought I wouldn't overcome. You forgot about me. You let go and thought I couldn't survive it. But I'm here.
Come on. Get it. 17.
You don't know me, son.
Get it. 18.
You don't know me, son.
Get it. 19.
You don't know me, son.
Yeah. 20. You got some more in you. 21. Yeah. Get it again. Come on. We want to see it.
You're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
Nobody cares about you is something that was never made clear to me. And I mean that in the most positive, optimistic, inspiring, motivating way. Like, I think that, especially if you see yourself as a creative or you want to exist on YouTube or as a filmmaker, or a musician, or as an artist or a painter, or any of those things, like, you think that everybody's paying attention. And because of that, it kind of controls how you think. And even when I was young and fearless and nothing to lose, I was still so cognizant of, like, how are people going to react to this and what's the best way to do, like, I was so aware. And the reality is nobody gives a shit. Everybody is so focused on themselves in this world. Nobody has time for you. And the sooner you accept that as a creative person, the sooner you're free. Like, you're totally free. Like, do exactly what feels right to you.
Wake up! Stop sleeping on yourself. Step into your authenticity. Step into your intelligence and your brilliance. Release your gift. God has given you something great. Release it.
Work! 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 Work, damn it! Work! 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 Work!
There's a price tag to success. don't just get it overnight. You got to earn it the right way. And you got to have a little bit of patience. But it takes time. And sometimes that patience runs out. You don't feel like you got it anymore. You don't feel like you're worthy of it. You don't feel like you want to be here. You think what I'm saying right now doesn't even matter? I owe me.
So many people get upset with me when I talk about nobody cares about your feelings. There's injustice, but there's injustice for everybody. For some people, it's worked because I've pushed to them that nobody cares. Nobody cares about your problems because they have their own problems. And that's worked for some people. Like literally some people have emailed me and they're like, my life has changed because you pounded to me that nobody gives a fuck, nobody cares. So I was like, fuck, if that's true, the hell am I complaining for? And all of a sudden I stopped complaining and all of a sudden good shit started happening. So that works. The other thing that I think works the most, I think people have to drop people in their lives.
You need to work harder. You have to suffer a little bit. You have to put yourself in a state of discomfort. Growth shouldn't be easy. Stop looking for shortcuts. Stop looking to make things a breeze. You've got to learn to suffer. You've got to put yourself in a bit of an uncomfortable position. And if you can do that, then the results that have eluded you, you'll start to see them.
This is where people win or lose. Folks, can you tell me what your hardest working day of the year was? Scream out the amount of hours you worked on the hardest working day. Say it on 3. Hang on, get that number in your head. Your hardest working day of the year. You ready? On 3, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Okay, great. Your hardest working day. You ready? Nobody cares about your hardest working day. What helps you win is your bottom 100 worst working days. Don't brag about the day you work so hard. I care about your bottom 100. That's where you lose, and that's where you win.
I know this is something you've never done before. And I know that you're fractured. And I know that it's cold. And I know that you're broken. And I know that you're weary. And I know that you're tired. And I know that you're confused. But on the other side of the cold, on the other side of the suffering, on the other side of the crawling, and the walking, and the crushing, there is purpose, there is destiny on the other side. But are you courageous enough to step into uncharted territory, to disappear for 30 days? I know it's cold, but are you courageous enough to step away? Do you have the faith enough? Are you daring enough? Are you bold enough? Are you radical enough in your hunger and your thirst to go after what it is that you believe is yours? Are you crazy enough?
Goodbye negativity, goodbye gossip and drama, and those people hurting me. This is my life. So today, you start ready to change the world. Your gifts, your inventions, your passions, ready for a new beginning.
It is the battles that you face today that prepare you for tomorrow's wars.
You're gonna find peace from going to war with yourself, because we all got shit. The celebration was, I can start the war now. It wasn't that I won the war, I can start my war. That's what made me, that's why I haven't celebrated since, because I'm always in that battle.
Nobody believes in you. You've lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off, but you're still looking at your dream, reviewing it every day and say to yourself, it's not over until I win.
Come on, come on. Congratulations. You achieved failure. Now, the only place to go from failure is to win. You have to achieve failure. You have to take it that far. Nobody wants to go that far. It's too scary. But you know something? I got news for you. That's where winning is. It always has been. Nothing's changed since the 70s. Nothing.
There comes a day where being average, being mediocre is just sickening to you. It's just sickening. It makes you want to throw up. There comes a fucking day where push comes to shove. Where being mediocre, being like average and shit just fucking burns. It sucks so much. You can't deal with it one more day. And you get off your fucking ass. And you create something that's always been there.
I know what that feels like. To be left for dead after you gave everything you had. I know what it feels like. I know you're tired. I know you're weary. I know you've been brought to tears. All the blood, all the sweat, all the sacrifice, all of the suffering. I know you want to quit right now, but this is not the time to let go. This is not the time to doubt. This is not the time to quit. Keep going.
My dreams don't live down there. That's what my granddad used to tell me. When I used to walk in those projects, I look down and see pipes. I'll see bullets. I'll see blood stains. But when I looked in the sky, I saw my dreams. I saw my opportunity.
Like, you try to argue yourself out of pain and see how far you get. You might think, well, that's not the sort of meaning I meant. It's like, a negative meaning is a place to start, right? Because if something's negative and it's real, it does imply that there's something positive that's real. It might be harder to get a hold of. At least it's not pain.
I would gladly relive everything I have been through, provided I had this outcome. Because who I am now and what I offer the world, I wouldn't want to give that up to avoid going through those dark days or the pain I went through. I think it was all worth it to turn me into who I am now.
I was in absolute excruciating pain. But what motivated me through that whole process was the fact that this kid came from that. I'm in the hardest training in the world, in the worst shape of my entire life. What if I could graduate amongst these studs?
Wow. The pain, it won't stop. The suffering, it won't cease. And it's hard to see it. It's hard to see a better outcome for yourself, my friend. I understand. But look, if you just believe, my friend, and you keep believing and you hold on to that belief, brighter days are coming. Weather through the storm, my friend, weather through the pain, and I promise you, you will come out victorious. You just have to keep believing, my friend.
Can I get to that level? I don't know, but let's find out.
On the other side of your fear is a fulfilled destiny. How bad do you want it? Whatever your giant may be, name the giant. You will defy me no more. You will defy me no more. You will defy me no more!
And people don't understand that. And worse than that, they're intimidated by that. And even worse, they try to discredit that because they do not have the level of passion and obsessiveness to get to that level. So they figure the best thing to do is to tear that level down. That's fucked up.
What a warrior is this. A person that's willing to die for an ideal. And for me, it's freedom, right? It's compassion, it's humility, it's humanity. I'm willing to fight for all of these things.
David ran toward the Philistine. David ran towards the army. Goliath must fall.
There's a lot of internal battles. And let me tell you, the worst type of battles are not a battle with anybody else outside. The worst, most painful, frustrating battles I've ever faced in my life is me against me. Biggest. It's never been against anybody else. It's been me against me. It's been Pat versus Pat. It's been the biggest battles of my life. It's Pat versus Pat.
Be brave, be strong. Come for the head of your giant. However big, however tall, however strong, it will no longer defy you. You will not cower in darkness.
Because at the end of it all, if you can sit back and wait, if you can wait 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 years, when you get to that point when you finish, that's the feeling for 12 years. Let's say wait 12 years to get there. That's what keeps you going, is you gotta feel, I'm doing it for 1 second.
Years of pain.
For 1 second. 1 second. Think about it.
I put the work into this, like every day, all day. And then when I'm done with it, guess what I do? I dream about it. I visualize it. I see myself being successful. I see myself hitting those shots with no time on the clock, with a little time on the clock. And then I'll do it again and say, hey, what if we're down 2? Then I'll do it again. and say, what if we're down 3? You know, it's a never-ending game.
Everything worth having in life needs to be earned. You gotta go out there with a relentless mindset and put 120% effort in every single fucking day. No matter what, no matter how you feel, no matter the circumstance, you gotta show the fuck up and earn it. And if you don't attack every day with that mindset, number 1, you will never achieve it. And number 2, you don't fucking deserve to in the first place.
We must put on that suit of armor and prepare ourselves for battle. Yes, every battle cannot be won, but the winning attitude to not give up is more than enough to carry on. These battles that we face each and every day of our lives, they will continue to come, and you will not win every battle. And the battles that you face will help you to get stronger. Because even if you lose a battle and you're still breathing and you're still walking and you're still able to make moves, then you still have enough fight left to carry on.
I was not always this strong guy you see. I went through a lot of hard times in my life to get here today. All I wanted to be was an uncommon man. In my whole life, I was not that. Much worse than that. I know what it takes to be a combat soldier, and I used to look for courage. I thought courage was a man who won the Medal of Honor. It is. But courage is a man who's willing to put those boots on every single day of his life to go out there and fight for this country when nobody even knows what the hell they're doing or where the hell they're at.
There is something poetic about a 39-year-old man winning New Artist of the Year. I don't know where you're at in your life or what you're going through, but I want to tell you to keep going, baby. I want to tell you success is on the other side of it. I want to tell you it's going to be okay. I want to tell you that the windshield is bigger than the rearview mirror for a reason, because what's in front of you is so much more important than what's behind you. Let's party, Nashville!
If you want to be great, oh man, prepare to get up off that mat. You're going to get knocked down over and over and over. And even when you feel like, no, I can't be hit this hard. Or if you're down there thinking, there's no way I can get up from this. That's when you're just starting.
You cannot change your life unless you change something. If you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got.
At some point, everything's going to go south on you. Everything's going to go south, and you're going to say, this is it. This is how I end. Now, you can either accept that, or you can get to work. That's all it is. You just begin.
And you are either going to evolve or expire. You are either dying or you are either living.
Stop depending on other people. Stop waiting for someone to change your life. You have to change your life. Well, I haven't worked this hard to not do what I truly want. Like, I haven't got this far by being someone else. I've got this far by being true to myself.
You've got your own damn malevolence and ignorance, right? All coming at you. Plus the incredible, complicated, indeterminate potential of the future. That's all coming at you, and it's all your responsibility, and you can cringe away from it and be afraid of it and be victimized by it and be bitter and cynical about it, and no wonder, because it can be painful. Or you can turn around and you can say, man, bring it on.
The 10 words that will ruin your life are what will other people say and what will other people think. So whoever you are, wherever you are, do you.
One of the most important potents to anything that you want out of success is discipline. That means no excuses. That means no laying around. That means all of this I can or I cannot do or I won't do or I don't know how to do it. We're going to show you how to figure it out. But it starts with you. Discipline. Discipline yourself. Stop making excuses. Stop saying, I don't like to get up in the morning. At least you got up. Stop saying what you can't do and start doing the right things to get what you need to do right. That means get up and focus on what's going to make you a better individual all across the board.
It's not going to work unless I change. And nothing changes
in my life until I change.
How can you ever change yourself? You think that you're a Gandhi, but how can you be a Gandhi if you won't look at yourself and change yourself, right? The only way you can become good or kind of overcome some of these qualities is by looking at it, seeing the reality, and then confronting it and then trying to change it.
Who the hell are you? You know, you think you're a miracle of some bloody bizarre sort. We've been around for 3.5 billion years. You know, every single one of your relatives propagated successfully. And here you are, against all possible odds, in this world of hell in some sense, and bitterness and tyranny and malevolence. And yet, God only knows what's inside you, this capacity for consciousness, the capacity to confront potential and to turn it into something good.
You know better, but you're not doing better. That's some scary shit. For you to decide. Here's limitations, but I'm so used to doing wrong and being dysfunctional. I know better, but I don't want to do better.
Without that work ethic, you know, greatness cannot be achieved. You know, anytime I hit a big shot, I mean, you know, everyone would be so surprised and just like, wow. I would be surprised if I didn't make it. You know, I put the work into this like every day, all day. And then when I'm done with it, guess what I do? I dream about it. I visualize it. I see myself being successful. And then I'll do it again.
There's a million excuses I could make to rationalize not getting up early, doing the ice bath, and going for a run. But there comes a time when all these potential excuses turn into fuel that motivates you to keep going. When I wake up in the morning and I look out the window and see that it's pouring rain, I don't question if I'll be out there running. I just get excited at the fact that I'll be out there, and I wonder what it's gonna feel like to face that discomfort and overcome it.
Some people are gonna call you a loser. Some people are gonna make fun of you for failing. Some people are going to count you out. Call you weak. Say you will never amount to anything. What you gonna do? Are you gonna prove them right? Or are you gonna prove them wrong?
See how good we could make things. And maybe that would be the purpose of your damn life, right? So I learned, because I looked at dark things, that I learned that the light was more powerful than the darkness as far as that I was concerned, and that people were capable, each of us, of remarkable things, and that we need to know that that's what we are. We're this consciousness that confronts potential with all its catastrophe. That's what we are.
Success isn't about greatness. It's about consistency. No one's born great. Greatness is something that is earned through consistency. If you show up day after day and work hard, if you give your full effort, if you leave nothing on the table, then greatness and success will come. What it really comes down to is people just don't want it bad enough. Because I've seen countless examples of people that will say they don't have time, that say they don't know how, but when something becomes important enough for them, they figure it out.
One of the things you have to understand about life is everything changes and everything ends. And that kind of sounds heavy on the front end, but it's a truth. If everything changes and everything ends, number one, it should make you appreciate what you have right now. And then my view is what's next is always better.
I want to be up, then anybody in the world wants me to be down. And it's all about, well, like I said before, self-belief. My whole success is from belief. Something I can feel, but not actually see.
You need to love pain. And I know, no pain, no this, whatever, all the, oh my, no, this is real. You need to love pain. However, mentally, physically, love it. You need to love it. If not, stay where you are.
2008 was brutal. 2008, we had the third consecutive failure of the Falcon rocket for SpaceX. Tesla almost went bankrupt. We closed our financing round 6 p.m. Christmas Eve.
Why is no one else doing these things?
What's your pain threshold? Yeah, well, if it's real high.
Imagine if you could use pain as a fuel. Imagine if you could use the pain as a passport. Imagine if you could use the pain to push you, to condition you, to prepare you for the stages and the rooms you gotta walk into and the tables you gotta sit at and the stages you have to stand on. What if the pain could make you better? What if the pain could build muscle? What if the pain could cause you to reach higher, to leap farther, to run faster? What if the pain could help you? What if all pain isn't hurt, but it's help?
It's like going to work. Like you go to work, you put your suit and tie on. I go into suffering every day. Every day, suffering, being broken, duct taping my feet up, stress fractures, shin splints, being broken. This is my new norm. And your mind says, if we're not broken, this ain't normal. We gotta be broken. So then your mind starts to get tougher and tougher.
Pain is temporary. It may last for a minute, or an hour, or a day, or even a year. But eventually, it will subside. And something else will take its place. If I quit, however, it will last forever.
It really hurts, doesn't it? You're in a lot of pain. Your spirit, it feels broken. You feel like you don't have anything left to give. Oh yeah, I know it hurts. You feel so empty. You feel lost. You have so much despair. But I'm here to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, that hurt that you're feeling right now is only temporary, but it's absolutely necessary.
Every success in life, guys, is masked by temporary pain. Everything in life that's worthwhile, every present that's worthwhile to you in life is wrapped in pain.
Give me more. Give me more opposition. Give me more pain. Because that's the stuff that turns us into champions.
The only way you're gonna get strength in your life is if you go through that hard moment, that tough moment. I wouldn't have a story if it wasn't for the sucky times in my life. I wouldn't have a story if it wasn't for me going through my depressed moments. So realize this, just because it's a chapter, it doesn't mean it's your whole story. So for me, I just understand that it's very important to embrace pain, to go through it, because I believe the foundation of all strength is pain.
See the pain as a stage. See the pain as a plane. See the pain as an opportunity. You gave me an opportunity to reinvent myself. You gave me an opportunity to come out of my grave that you put me in. You left me for dead. I'm coming out alive. I'm coming out kicking. I'm coming out swinging. You left me. I thought I wouldn't overcome.
Pick up your damn cross and stumble up the hill. That's your job, right? And the cross is the X, where everyone is located. You're right at the center of reality. You're suffering and dying and being reborn all the time at the center of reality as you transform. And you have to accept that and embrace it.
Embrace loneliness. A lot of individuals are surrounded by losers that are dragging them down because they don't understand how to be alone. And it's usually because they are terrified of themselves. They don't like the thoughts in their head. They don't understand how to be with themselves. They don't understand how to be with their own company, so they surround themselves with people that are toxic for the situation. If I would have just embraced that loneliness even more, I would have seen success even faster.
The next time you want to just give in to that desire for comfort, remember that your future self is going to be the one to suffer the consequences. It's so easy to just put it off and act like it doesn't exist. But that future self that you're passing all these burdens to will one day be yourself of the present. And you'll wish you chose to do otherwise.
I know you think it's painful to work this hard, but let me tell you something, it's painful to fail. I know you think it's painful to have to study this long, but it's also painful to not graduate. And you got to decide today that I want the pain of success more than I want the pain of failure. Come on, did you hear what I just said? You gotta decide.
When the excuses all go away and people can actually confront the fact that this is all because of me, and it hurts, but is also unbelievably empowering, because if these problems are because of me, then I'm capable of fixing these problems. So even though extreme ownership hurts and is painful, it's also liberating, because now you have control over your fate and over your destiny, and that is a glorious thing.
Do you know what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who don't? It's not always talent. It's not always time. And it's not luck. It's resilience, persistence, and the courage to keep showing up, especially when it's easier to quit.
The amount of pleasure that you will eventually experience is directly related to how much pain you experience. A good life is a progressive expansion of the things that bring you pleasure and includes pleasure through motivation and hard work. And understanding this pain-pleasure balance, whereby if you experience pain and you can continue to be in that friction and exert effort, the rewards are that much greater when they arrive.
I gotta look myself in the mirror every single day. And I'm either gonna allow the pain to eat me alive, or I'm gonna allow the pain to fuel. Because the pain can either be your prison or your passport. The choice is yours. Use the pain to your advantage. Play the pain like the musician plays the piano.
Push through the pain. Understand that the pain is a necessary tool. Don't look at it as a bad thing. Look at it as a learning experience. I'm not talking about the pain that's going to make you feel like you're dying. I'm talking about the pain that's going to make you feel alive, that you have meaning, that you have purpose. Get after it. Embrace the pain.
I started feeling victory just by putting myself in the battle. It wasn't about going to Navy SEAL training. It wasn't about being the 23rd guy in that chair. I started realizing, man, just by going to war with myself every day and putting these challenges and these goals and these obstacles, these insurmountable obstacles.
Your pain is your power. You suffer so you can be much stronger. Tomorrow, you suffer to remind yourself that you have to go through something to get to the next level. You have to find a way. You must find a way to get back up. This is not the end for you. You will not quit.
Behind that pain is a understanding that I don't have this skill.
Yes.
Or is an understanding of I didn't try hard enough. Or is an understanding of, oh, maybe there's just another option. Because guess what? Sometimes you may have done the best pitch in the world and you just had an executive that didn't like your vibe.
Keep going.
And
keep asking different people.
Keep going. Like you know, you've just got to realize that you have to engage that pain in discovery, and that eases it.
Pain is inevitable, and it is unavoidable. You cannot live without pain. How you navigate that pain will determine how you propel into your purpose, how you advance in the marketplace, and everything else you've been called to do. Pain